form a circle. Let's do like that so that you'll be rowdy. Let's form a circle. Woo! And I want to hear the noise. Form a circle, big space, big space, big space, big space, big space. Go round, keep down, go round. Excellency, Arabiri is almost with us, and the program will indeed kick start. Mr. DJ, go on.
Don't sleep, wake up. Collect your money, wake up. Collect your money, wake up. Go get the moolah. Wake up, money to kala.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as L'Oreal said earlier, the First Lady of Ondo State is here, as well as the representative of the governor of our dear state. May I request that the more board members, as well as top government officials, should welcome our governor to this event. Thank you very much. It's a big one, and of course, the sponsors as well. Thank you. We appreciate your presence, everyone, and we especially celebrate the Bemore girls. We celebrate you. We look forward to you taking over from where this generation is about to leave it. The truth is, any nation that does not deliberately prepare its generation next is a nation that is on the path to failure. So, any event that involves the youth directly deserves the celebration and support of everyone. That's what we have come here to do today. We have come here to celebrate the youth, and very importantly as well, to celebrate the female gender, because that is the gender that had for a long time been marginalized. The question I always ask is, who marginalized this gender? I'm sure that they will say it is the men.
It's the men, of course.
Thank you very much. The good thing is that this is the best time for the youth, and especially the girls, to actually be raised and supported to begin to excel. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your presence and your patience. We know that a lot of you got here a long while ago, but we also know that you're still here because you know that the wait is worth it. Once again, thank you to everybody.
Only you the person for me, oh. I know nobody matter more. Nobody, hey, nobody. Feel like I don't win a lotto. I know feel cool it down more. Baby girl, I'm risky away, risky away on holiday, holiday to Mozambique. Follow me go to Mozambique. Baby girl, are you on your way? She made a bring helicopter. Make it look like I do overdo. But we go trouble that time. Keep them in the cola. Trouble that mega pot. Make that fight. What you know that? Trouble that time. Keep them in the cola. Trouble that mega pot. Make that fight. Baby girl, oh, you look at me. And I want to look at you. Keep it tight in a wine wine. Keep it tight in a wine wine. Baby girl, oh, you look at me. And I want to look at you. Keep it tight in a wine wine. Keep it tight in a wine wine. Fly boy. Oh, yeah, point and take. Put it all on. My old baby. Put that for rotate. Show the fat good. Stop the law on me. My old baby. Put that for Holiday to Mozambique. Follow me go to Mozambique. Baby girl, are you on your way? She made a bring helicopter. Oh, then I know. Make it look like I did overdo. But we don't trouble their timeline. Keep them easy, go down. Trouble their mega but make up fight, fight, Lord. Trouble their timeline. Keep them easy, go down. Trouble their mega but make up fight. Baby girl, oh, you look at me. And I want to look at you. Keep it tight in a wine. Keep it tight in a wine. Baby girl, oh, you look at me. And I want to look at you. Keep it tight in a wine. Keep it tight in a wine.
More music on trendybeats.com.
Referee, no, like Moses parting the Red Sea, like a chauffeur, me in the back of the Bentley. So I step out, all white, can't stain. What you want? Rosé, champagne? I got that. Big bag, back pain. Taking the piss, the only time I can't aim. So we toasted a good life, living every minute to the full, cause I could die. Pull up at the spot, open doors, and it's suicide. Chilling rent free, where the check, please? Couple $100 G's on a good night. I like the way I'm feeling now. No confuse your regrets, but my blues and written now. Smart thing with the stress me, but right now I'm chilling now. I like the way I'm feeling now. No confuse your regrets, but my blues ain't written now. No, I like the way I'm feeling now. I might get smart thing with the stress me, but right now I'm chilling now. Yeah. All I wanna do is jive, 220 on the highway. I'm about the energy, baby. If it's good, send it my way. If it's bad, keep it private. All these haters so vexed, I'm the best in life. You don't want to test the guy. You been sleeping on yourself, you test it fly. Throw myself in parts, live like surprise. Be the highest in the room and the guest to ride.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I request respectfully that as soon as the First Lady and initiator of the Bemore project makes her way into the arena, we shall all rise to honor her and welcome her. Thank you. the governor of Ondo State. Thank you. Arákùnrin Oluwarotimi Odunayo Akeredolu, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, represented by his deputy, the First Lady of Ondo State, Chairman of this occasion, Special Guest of Honor, top officials of government. Welcome to the closing ceremony of the 5th and biggest edition so far of the Bemore Summer Boot Camp. There is absolutely no doubt that the Bemore Summer Boot Camp has grown more every year, and we are glad that it is progressing, and the very critical segment of society, the youth, are being impacted. More importantly, the girls, who we call the generation next, are being impacted very significantly. We'd like to congratulate the initiator of the Bemore Empowered Project. May I respectfully request that we honor our nation and our state, as well as the Bemore Project, with the various anthems. Shall we rise, please? very much. Anyone who values the girl child would put his or her hands together for these fantastic, fantastic girls. Thank you very much. Very quickly, we get to the program. Let me respectfully welcome everyone to this very special event. One of the biggest platforms in Nigeria to nurture the girl child. I think it deserves a round of applause. The Bemore Empowered Initiative. This is the closing ceremony of the 5th edition, indeed the biggest since it began in 2017. I'd like to welcome the Governor of Ondo State, Arakunrin Oluwarotimi Odunayo Akeredolu, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, represented by the Deputy Governor, Honorable Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa. May I also respectfully welcome the founder and initiator of the Bemore Project, Adele Werewan, the First Lady of Ondo State, Her Excellency Chief Betty Ayaun Akeredolu. Thank you, Your Excellency, for all that you're doing to build the generation next. May I also respectfully welcome the chairman on this occasion, Chief Jimoh Ibrahim, OFR, CFR, PhD, lawyer, businessman, and politician. Thank you very much for supporting this initiative. Welcome to the event. I also like to welcome the special guest of honor, former Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, currently the Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, Olorunimbe Mamora. Thank you very much for coming all the way to be a part of this event. I'd like to welcome all the dignitaries who are here, members of the State Executive Council. I assure you that I will recognize you one after the other at the appropriate time, but we must hit the ground running so that we get to the issues very quickly.
We are proceeding in today's program as I'll be inviting to the microphone Her Excellency Her Excellency, I'll always talk about a mother that God Himself has sent to us at this time, that God is using for the generation next. That's the word myself and Akumi has been using. Because we sat down and we looked at it and we said, indeed, the generation next. What will happen? Impacting the lives of these girls. And we can see them showcasing what they've learned. A couple of days being in the camp. We'll hit the ground running as I'm inviting for the welcome address. Abimbola Ogunshemore, the Bemore Girl Batch 2018, to give us our welcome address. Be more! Be more! Be more! And also the unique thing about this year's edition is we have our special sisters with us. Let's do the Be More clap for them. Be more! Be more! Be more!
Minister of Science and Technology, Dr. Mohammed Nimba, I greet you, sir. His Excellency, Rotimi Akeredolu, I greet you, sir. Represented by the Deputy Governor, Lucky Ayedatiwa, sir. Our Excellency, Chief Betty Ayoro, Adeweriwan, Mama Bimo, Mama Sola, Mama ICT, I greet you, Grandma. The chairman of this occasion, Barrister Jimoh Ibrahim, sir, I greet you, sir. The distinguished ladies and gentlemen on the high tables, I greet you all, sir. My fellow Bemore girls and all the matrons, I greet you all. My name is Okishimori Abimbola. I am from Ilaje local government. I am a lawyer and a qualified website designer and graphic design. I am I am I am a Bemore girl from 2018 set. I came back and as returning 2019 and also as an ambassador 2021. I am a Bemore girl. I am from a program where we train young girls and community. Thanks to Grandma, we were able to establish Bemore Sister Network on December last year, 2021. And we also had the program April 2022 this year. And we also plan to give out to the society and the community at large. Also, we also plan, okay. Also, during this program, we're able to train girls on programming language like CSS, HTML, and so on. Once more, I welcome you all to this program. Thank you.
What that girl just did is not something very many people can do. Let's put our hands together for Abimbola Ogushemore. Thank you very much. Welcome to this event and congratulations on all the feats you have achieved since you joined the Bemore project. Mr. Governor, the chairman on this occasion, special guest of honor, top officials of government, royal fathers, and of course the sponsors and the trainers, as well as the Bemore girls. It's now time to listen to the woman who has demonstrated enormous passion. When Abimbola said, Grandma, I looked at her again. Well, she looked like Grandma. I know she's Grandma, but this first lady is not looking like Grandma. When you see her dance, she doesn't dance like Grandma. When you see her shake body, she doesn't shake body like Grandma. When she plays tennis, she doesn't play like Grandma. But well, Abimbola says she's Grandma. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with a clap, let's welcome Her Excellency, the Adore One, First Lady of Ondo State, Chief Betty Ayamu Akeredolu, the initiator of the Bemore Empowered Foundation, to give her remarks. The First Lady, please.
Thank you very much. Please be seated. Let me especially welcome all of us here to the closing leadership is gender neutral. Let nobody or any situation persuade you to think otherwise. And I dare say to you, my Tiki girls, that no height is too high for you to reach. Everything a man can do, you can do. As the special breed with our breed, do not forget that you have a role to give back to your community and the larger society. Do not forget that you have to stand up for women and girls. You have to support fellow women and fellow girls. Do not forget it is your responsibility to defend womanhood against gender-based violence. Remember that you have a duty as advocates to enlighten women everywhere on the need to be breast aware. We have trained you on breast self-examination. We expect you to teach others so that together we can stop women from dying needlessly from breast and cervical cancer. More importantly, do not forget to tell the world that breast cancer is not a spiritual attack, but a medical issue that is treatable. After all, your grandma is a survivor of 25 years. My dear Teki girls, I want you to take home the fact that the future is what? Female. The future is what? Female. Gone are the days you will be made to play the second fiddle role because you're a girl. The world now belongs to both men and women. And in fact, women are making new impressions as opposed to being the weaker vessel. Women are leading the global space as much as men are doing. You are beautifully made and wonderfully made. You are also talented and endowed with the materials. You are endowed, but not materials for effort. The more girls are not cheap. You are smart. You must go ahead and do rare things, rare exploits. We have enough examples of infinite capacity of women, enough proof to show that truly the future is female. My story as a village girl from that remote Emabia most of you have been to, who faced and scaled many hurdles to become a towering first lady, should remind you that female education is not a waste. Female education is not what? Not a waste. Kamala Harris' story as the 49th U.S. Vice President should remind you that girls can be more. As second in line for the U.S. presidency, Harris has come closer than any woman before her to breaking what Hillary Clinton famously calls the highest, hardest glass ceiling. So, I hope in my lifetime, one of you will break that toughest glass ceiling of becoming the president of this country. Or maybe we should start from Ondo State. Ellen Johnson, 24th president of Liberia and the first elected female head of state in Africa, has demonstrated to all of us that a woman can lead a country and that leadership
female babies, so long shall Bemore be. Abi, if you embrace Bemore with future, so anytime a parent gives back to a baby girl, I will say like this, hallelujah. I believe in your abilities, my Bemore girls, that you are all capable of doing great. It is out of this conviction that Bemore this year admitted girls with hearing impairment, because we believe that every girl should be more, regardless of her physical condition. And we have proven in no small measure that there is ability in disability. They've proven it. You saw two of them telling you how to do their connection for solar power. So it means that hearing impairment did not in any way incapacitate them. So it's in support of our feeling that every girl should be more. Remember, however, that Bemore is one big family, and all of you automatically belongs to this formidable fraternity. Bemore family don't separate. The relationship does not end with Bemore, and it's a long life commitment or involvement. Grandma is waiting for good news on your career progression. Like your parents are here, that's not the end of story. We monitor you, we mentor you. I want to hear about your admission to university, your breakthroughs in IT, solar experts, and other exploits as consummate entrepreneurs. Because some of you are already in business, especially the alumni. Having said so much to my girls, let me now use this opportunity to thank the family, the government of Ondo State, under my husband, my darling husband and friend, Arakuri, for giving us the enabling environment to do this, and his broad shoulders to lean on. You know, yeah, Arakuri is doing that. If I didn't have the support of Arakuri, for your information, you need to know that. If you see any woman doing stuff, be rest assured that the husband is behind him with it like rock of the world. So I give it to Arakuri for his support. And I thank very immensely as said here. You know, Bemore is a sponsored program. We carefully designed this program to be sponsored program because we don't want it to fail. I don't want when I pack my load to Ibadan, Bemore will follow me. No. I want it to remain intact. I want it sustained, and that's why it is a sponsored program, and we have amazing support from Osapadek, IMACO, individuals, Deputy Governor, Araba of the universe, and all of you here, just to mention a few. Thank you. And of course, our facilitators, we have our technical partners like Ashdam, Metrics. What can we do without Ashdam Metrics? They grew with us. They started with us and they believe in what we are doing and they have remained consistent. Thank you, Ashdam. Thank you, Metrics. And other partners, to other resource persons, quite a number of them with their own input that have made a success of Bemore. We are talking about a taekwondo instructor, music instructor, Sam and Adobe, Karo Anyanwu, the exercise instructor that will wake you up 5 a.m. to exercise because you believe in healthy living, and others too. I appreciate each and every one of you. But it's important for me to also comment on a relationship we came up with. Looking at the social crisis in the society, we thought that some of these agencies that fighting against such vices should also partner, because some of these vices, they majorly affect young people, and these are young girls, 10 to 17 at most. So the issue of drug abuse came to mind, the issue of human trafficking, those that will lure you, let's go to Dubai. The good thing now is that if you are 40 under, Dubai will not give you. Have you read that? And it's good. It's good like that. Because this Dubai, every now and then, luring our young people, and when they get there, the wahala way they go through. So the same thing with gender-based violence. So all the agencies that are responsible in the fight against these vices, we reached out to them in partnership, and they came and they did amazing.
If society and prove to the world that this future we are talking is truly female. Grandma loves you. Thank you.
So good, money by Joe, let me see you. Oh lo lo lo, let me see you. Oh lo lo lo, Bukao, let me see you. So go out there, girls, and buga them. Oh lo lo lo, Bukao, let me see you. Your hands, girls, let it go. Let your hands go. Let it louder, louder. As our mistakes are seen, our own mother, grandmother, the initiator of Bemore girls, Mama Soroso, Mama Salaya. Bella, object of Bola. Your hands, girls, don't get tired. Until she sings, your hands.
bàjẹ́ o. Let me see you. Olólóló. Let me see you. Olólóló. Bùgá o. Bùgá o. Let me see you dey bùgá. Olólóló. Let me see you. Olólóló. Bùgá o.
That's what you have to do when you get out there.
Let me see you dey bùgá. Olólóló. Let me see you. Olólóló.
Your hands, don't get tired though. Where's that hand? Where's that hand? Where's that hand? Thank you, Mr. DJ.
Then someone said, this first lady is a grandma. Wow. You have grandchildren, yes. But no, this is full option. The first lady of Ondo State is a full option first lady. I think that for those words on marble, we need to put our hands together for the first lady.
Your hands, girls, your hands.
Sincerely, I have not heard a compilation of words of inspiration that much in a long time. Put your hands together for her. Well,
Be more. Be more. Be more. And to our special sisters, be more. Be more. Be more.
well, Your Excellency, the future is female, Abi. That's right. There's no problem. There's no problem at all. Let me quickly welcome members of the State Executive Council who are here. The Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Sir Charles Tisloyi. Thank you. Welcome. The Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Princess Dr. Adebumi Oshadam. Thank you. The Commissioner for Health, Dr. Banjo Ajaka. Thank you. Welcome. Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Chief Bamidele Ademola Olateju. Thank you. Special Advisor to the Governor on Gender, Chief Olamide Falano. Thank you. Commissioner for Water Resources and Sanitation, Amidu Takuro. Thank you. Thank you very much. Commissioner for Diaspora Relations, Honorable Dele Ologbese. Thank you very much. Commissioner for Environment, Mr. Sunday Akinwalire. Thank you. Commissioner for Commerce and Industry, Dickiness Lolafagbemi. Thank you. Welcome. Of course, I know that other members of the State Executive Council had come in and left, but I'm sure they'll be back shortly. At least I know that Barrister Toby Oguleye is returning. He was here earlier. Thank you very much to everyone. I'd like to welcome the chairman of SLD local government, Mrs. Falawe Shipasi. Thank you. The Vice Chancellor of the best university in Nigeria, the Federal University of Technology, Akure, who is represented, of course, incidentally, she's the first female Vice Chancellor, Professor Adenike Oladiji, represented by the acting university librarian, Dr. Mrs. Abiolu. Thank you. Welcome. I'd like to also welcome Honorable Benga Edema, of course, former chairman of the Superdec. Thank you. I'd like to welcome the Regent of Ibule Shero. Thank you, Kabiesi. We appreciate your presence. And of course, the representative of the sitting chairman of the Superdec, the permanent secretary, Victor Koledo, Mr. Thank you very much. As I said earlier, we shall do more and more introductions as the program goes on. Shortly, we will recognize and appreciate all the sponsors. Those are the men and women and organizations on the honors list. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I now have the honor and privilege to invite the chairman of this occasion, Araba, Dr. Jimo Ibrahim, Chairman, Global Fleet Group. He's an officer of the Federal Republic and a commander of the Federal Republic.
coming out straight this time. Coming out with a little of my own kind of peace of mind. I'm doing it my way this time. Like I'm not gonna bore you with some flimsy kind of piece of rhymes. So pull a cushion, sit back, relax, and listen to this introduction of me, myself, and my mission.
The governor of Ondo State, an active governor, a working governor, incredible gentleman, Arakunrin Akeredolu. Well, we don't miss him much because the collaborative cabinet is fully represented by the deputy governor. The first lady of Ondo State, initiator, founder of Bemore, our mother, the Adaori Oweri one. That is Mrs. Akeredolu. The Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, distinguished Senator, our very big brother, who have one time all the way to come and share this occasion, to be here to observe what Bemore is doing. With most respect, profound respect to your person. Thank you very much for coming. The Bemore prospects and graduates, permit me to stand on the existing protocol that I'm going to spend maybe about 1 or 5 minutes. I really don't give long speech, but I'm really moved to tears today. We saw a woman in history. I went through the speech. I saw the behavior matching the speech. And I saw the character that she displayed. I was really, really moved. I am moved because one lady gave her life to humanity. One lady believed she need nothing in this world except you who are here as graduates of Bemore. And she decided to give all that she has to it. Once again, I must say thank you so much. Never in history, 1976, to the present day, that we had the first lady that have been this active, supportive, developing, encouraging, courageous, modern, and contemporary. We want to thank you so much. We appreciate you. And I just envy the governor. The day God directed him to choose a better partner. I've instructed my wife to understudy you if you want to have a very prosperous matrimonial home. And she's doing that right away. I've tried to modularize you to her so that I can understudy you very well, because honestly, you've contributed to humanity. I would say that that is part 1 of my speech. Second part goes to you, to whom much is given, much is expected. The graduates of today, you are the leaders of tomorrow. And Mommy has started so much energy for you. For you, one of the things I will talk about is taking your education very seriously. In 2 weeks, you have achieved a lot. You are supported. Materials were provided for you, and you have been able to strive, distilling those materials to innovation and strategy. The world you want to, that's been designed for you by your grandmom, can only be achieved when you take your education very seriously. You must have a vision to develop yourself through education. The only way you can overcome the men of today or men of tomorrow is by your education. If you are not properly educated, the man will continue to override you, and there's nothing you can do about that. So one of the most secrets you can come about today is your education. You must develop it, and I think Mommy talked about that in her address. You have to take it very seriously.
contemporary world is very competitive for success. And the only way to overcome that is for you to develop your education very, very seriously. And I'm happy that the First Lady have institutionalized Bemore. So it's not an engagement of 2 weeks. You interface Bemore time to time, getting advice to develop your education. I want to see many of you in Harvard, in Oxford, Cambridge, years to come. Don't tell me it's not possible. It's possible. Once you have distinction, you are there automatically. For you can only be achieved when you use education to drive the process. And it's very, very. Myself speaking with you today, I have 9 university degrees. 9. Challenges will be here, but how do we confront them? To have good education, and this is important. That is the second part, and the last part of my speech to you is about your tomorrow leadership. 3 things can enhance it. 1, empathy. Talk about empathy. You have Mr. Akredolu as a very good case study of empathy. Empathy is kindness. You a kind person. The more is kind to you today, will you be kind to the society? Like she said in her speech, what are you giving back to the community? That is about kindness. We need to show empathy to the next person sitting to you. We need to show concern. And the Akredolu family, even the husband, the governor of the state, is full of empathy. Empathy is important. It's key to leadership development. It's not time for envy. It's not time to gossip. It's about empathy, of kindness to the next person. I think this is very important. This will take you very, very far. Second point I will drop for you is confidence. You must develop confidence if you must succeed. Look at your mentor. Right from the stand here, when she gave her speech, she danced around the class. She's very courageous. And look at the husband. He will tell you what will happen. Let it happen. You believe in this thing, we're going to do it. That is courage. Courage at the highest level. If you are not courageous, there is no way you can be successful in those designs that she has talked about. So Bemore, I want you to go out there and be more in courage, be more in empathy to be a successful leader of tomorrow. It's touching that people are not empathetic to another. That is why we have the problem of society. If we show concern to the other people will show concern to us. Imagine when the first lady retired and she goes back somewhere and sit at the comfort of her chairs, see the number of ladies that will go back to pay homage. That is kindness. The result may not be now, but it will surely come. Lastly, integrity. You have to go out there with full integrity. If you haven't known Mrs. Akredolu before, and she has never been arrested before she became the governor of Ondo State, she has never been invited by the police, she has never been looked for by EFCC, he has never been taken to court for crime or fraud. So this is highest level of integrity. And I think she's selling that to you as a pointer to leadership development. A leader that doesn't have integrity have nothing to sell to the followers. So it's important that you put integrity as the front there, as the front banner, or dashboard of your driving desire for a successful life. I want to see more of you tomorrow, not only as governors, to engage international community, to work in the United Nations. I've read many of your desire. None of you have said, I want to be in IMF. Is IMF too much for you to achieve? It's possible. None of you want to be in United Nations. Is it meant for special people? It's possible. My own ambition is actually to be Secretary General of the United Nations from Ondo State here. It's possible, it's doable. And that's why I went around degrees. People think I was doing degree for nothing. I'm doing degrees to confront anybody when the time comes when I'm contesting with that position, to see whether he has a degree better than me. So be courageous, develop yourself, anticipate the future, and good things will come. Lastly, the first lady have decided to institutionalize Bemore, and I think that is the end of the story. So it's now institutionalized, and two graphs shocked me when I came in here. I'm still even expressing the dynamics. Two graphs out there where we went round. They were statistic graph. 1 point straight to the level of participation at the local government level. And I think the first lady said, what happened here? This local government 1 person, and this other one 122. You can see you can write a book on that graph. You can do improvement by that graph. Look at the power of statistics there. And that is the contemporary world. That is the world we want to look at. Collection of data. I was asking the woman commissioner there, I said, how does this woman get all this data? And she told me her brain works 24 hours a day. Her brain have no respect for her age. It's incredible. So I want to really commend her. I want to appreciate her. And I want to congratulate my Egbon for finding this woman, for discovering her. Like she always said, Ondo State asks for one, we got two. So I'm not going to give money to sponsor people here. No, I'll do that maybe next year. But today, I'm going to support our effort to institutionalize Bemore by building institution where Bemore will be rested forever. I went round and I saw the photograph there. And like she said when she came in, she actually said something interesting, that we're University of Life. And in fact, I had wanted to say this is a University of Innovation, but you said University of Life. Maybe we have Department of Innovation. But indeed, this is University of Life. It's a life-changing dynamic that she has introduced to the portal of government. Ms. Akredolu double as a social appointer to social development policy of the Akredolu government. When I assess the government of Governor Akredolu, I look at economic development, building roads, I'm impressed. I saw or a bridge, building infrastructure, fantastic. They remain there forever. I saw party secretariat, political contribution is there forever. But I couldn't really point out to social development program. But I can see that from what Ms. Akredolu is. Ms. Akredolu is the pointer for social development program of the Akredolu government. And she has done this one very, very well. At that stage, I just leave it until mommy calls us again to come and build the institution. She hasn't called us to come and build the institution. I know she probably will have a dinner with us to build the institution. But in the meantime, I will drop a token of just 10 million naira to do the foundation of the institution. Last year, the governor appointed me as the chairman of the party secretarial building, and we promised him to deliver the project on time, on budget, on schedule, over and over again. And by the end of this year, we'll commission that rightly on time, on budget, and then on schedule, over and over again. I want to say that the secretariat, the institution that Momi has established, will be delivered on time, on schedule, to budget, over and over again. And I want to assure her, she should not worry, she should just continue what she's doing. If people will not support that institution will be built. It will be built. We'll go out. If whenever she put on the committee to build the institution, maybe I may decide to make myself even the chairman of that committee without appointing me. I want that institution to be alive. I want us to go there and commission it. Go out there and see it. You see the hostel, you see the tennis court, you see the auditorium,
has also taught the girls how to defend themselves against all those. Mama will say, don't mess with my girls. I'll be stepping aside now as I'll be inviting Ada to lead the girls as they will do the taekwondo demonstration.
Hey, what's going on?
doing it my way this time. Like I'm not gonna bore you with some flimsy kind of piece of raps. So pull a cushion, sit back, relax, and listen to this introduction of me, myself, and my mission. My vision is to let you all see that there's more to this life than just faking up reality. Yeah, reality.
Wow. I was just trying to let that lady know that I've learned something as well. Coming in here this morning, I was like the fish out of water. And what do I mean by that? I seem to be the only one who is masked. Well, you can understand where I came from before this present appointment from Ministry of Health. But I've since been told that virtually everyone here is fully vaccinated. So, thank you. I heard that the Honorable Commissioner for Health is around. If that be the case, congratulations. So I'm free to pull up my mask now. So that when this program is reported, it is not reported that one marksman came here. So you don't have a masquerade. You don't have a lagbaja before you now. I believe that the protocol has already been established robustly by no less than Her Excellency herself, Arabirin Betty Akeredolu. But notwithstanding, there is no way that I will stand before this audience without appreciating her for what she is doing. Now, let me say this up front. Aketi, well, you call him His Excellency, the Governor of Ondo State. Aketi and I have been friends since 1974. You can calculate how many years. That's close to 50, about 48 years. We met first at the then University of Ife, and we've been friends ever since. What I'm saying is, Aketi did not invite me here. It was Her Excellency Betty Akeredolu that called and invited me. So, I'm here primarily because of her. I have followed her story, particularly regarding breast cancer and all that. And I've been so moved and inspired. But coming in here today to see things for myself, in fact, what just occurred to me is, this is conspiracy for inspiration. When I say conspiracy, it's because Bemore Foundation is essentially for the girls, or it's for good purpose. Before I continue, let me appreciate and acknowledge the chairman of the day. Mr. Chairman, my good brother, thank you very much. I think Her Excellency has a strong pillar of support in you. And I'm sure that you are up to the task. I'm sorry if I not followed protocol. It's for good reason. My friend, my brother, and I've always admired his names. Lucky. He's very lucky. Orí mi sàn, orí tèmi náà sàn. Orí tèmi sàn. Ayédatiwa. You see, those are great names. Thank you very much for all the support and what you're doing in collaboration with His Excellency. KBC, the regent, thank you very much. And the entire house. So back to what I was saying. Your Excellency, Arabirin Betty, you have done so well. You have brought this to this level. And of course, the concern is sustainability. By the grace of God, it will be sustainable. There's work to do, but then, once you have a good heart and you present yourself, your proposal, there are people out there to support a good cause. Inviting me here, you said so much about education. Education is the greatest liberator of the mind. And it is your mind that is the first thing to liberate. Because everything that comes out of you starts from the mind. And it was that legendary Bob Marley said, nobody else, just paraphrasing, can free us but ourselves. And if you want to be free, you must be free from the mind as a starting point. And the greatest weapon to achieve that is education. The president, the founder, the initiator of Bemore mentioned solar tech, mentioned ICT, mentioned a number of other things. All these are still in the realm of STEM education. Science, technology, innovation is our ministry. I felt the least I can do to support this program is to encourage her. And that encouragement will come from my physical presence here. And that's why I'm here today. Ladies, you have been taught how to fish. But beyond fishing, you have been taught other things, like what we just witnessed. Self-defense. Particularly in a situation when we are facing what we call epidemic of rape. I'm saying this openly. I granted an interview where I said, for me, the punishment for rape should be penile amputation. A friend of mine in UK called me and said, Mamu, I read something. Is it true that you said it? I said, yeah, I said it. And he said, that is too harsh now. I said, of a young girl that was gang raped. And I sent it to him. He called me back. He said, if this happened, map everybody. You want to kill everybody. I didn't even say somebody should be killed. I only said amputation of the instrument of rape. So, what I'm saying is that demonstration of power of self-defense is very critical, particularly to young women and even to older ones to help you do the basic thing to protect yourself. Again, let's look at Bemore. The way I look at it is, in whatever stage of life and in whatever you are engaged in, you can be more, you can do more. Simply means don't rest on your oars. There is always room for improvement on whatever you are doing. For me, that's the meaning. Be more. And every one of us can be more, particularly the younger ones. Now, in her choosing to pilot her, because we're in a society where women, religious factor, economic factor, cultural factor, these are factors that tend to create a ceiling, as it were, for women. And that means you don't need to educate, you don't need to send a girl to school. Somebody will come and marry her away. You can see that kind of thinking. Very, very low, shallow. But thank God, these days, all over, she reeled out various examples, local and international. Kamala Harris, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and back home, the Okonjo Iwealas, the Dora Akunyulis of blessed memory, even her good self, Arabirin Betty. Because she told her story. And the story is to inspire. Is to inspire. So, industrial revolution. And if you're talking about industrial revolution, of course, we are talking of STEM education, which is the backbone. Then other things follow: artificial intelligence, drone technology, Internet of Things. We talk of smart everything now. Smartphone. So you need to be smart in everything that you do now. That's the concept of technology, the concept of science, and the concept of innovation. Your Excellency, I know you have lit the candle. And what you have done is to put that candle on the table. Because you don't light a candle and put it on that table. So you have given light to everyone so that people can find their way. That's the concept of what we have done. So I thank you so much, and I thank the partners, the sponsors, because you couldn't have done it alone. It's about reaching out. Government cannot. Government does not have all it takes to do this kind of thing. That's why that partnership is critical. Reaching out to other people, the agencies, to public-spirited people to come in and collaborate with government. But that statement has been made very clearly. This is not a government project. It's a private sector-driven project, which will even outlast government. Because, you know, at times in our setting, what you see is, in common parlance, what is referred to as "shoja come, shoja go." And that is the bane of sustainability. But if somebody comes in and does not believe in what you're doing, Thank God, it's not a government affair. So, you can always continue to push that vision that you have established. So, girls, I want to congratulate all of you, beneficiaries of this program. I was at the exhibition stand, and I will say that I was quite excited with what I saw. Various things, tie and dye, makeup, even using ICT to trace gender-based violence and all of that. These are things that are very practical. Skills acquisition, empowerment programs. And there is hardly anything you do these days that does not have the component of science without, should I say, modifying. I know you have the Bemore applause. The kind of applause that I'm going to give you is what we call the locomotive applause. Locomotive applause, you know the sound of the locomotive engine. So what you're going to do is to follow the movement of my arm. That is, when I move the arm, you clap in alignment with the movement of the arm. Okay? Are we together? So, shall we? All of you are great students. Thank you very much. That is for Madam Betty. Thank you.
Thank you very much, distinguished Senator Olorun Bemore, Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, former Speaker, Lagos State House of Assembly. Well, I'm told that the drawings are already displayed when it comes to the time to actually deal with that issue. I told you earlier that it's one of the activities that excites me personally. And Your Excellency, I already told all the VIPs that that personally I will hand over one talented girl to all of them, and all of them have agreed. All the commissioners in the state, they have agreed to take one person who is talented. Well, a lot has been said about sustainability, and I would like to quickly run through the honors list. Those are the men, women, and organizations that are supporting the Bemore project. I'd like to thank Osopadek, Ondo State Ministry of Education, Chief Olushola Oke, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Amai Koma, IRDC, Honorable Lucky Ayedatiwa, Senator Bode Olajumoke, Okuntade Glory Araba, Honorable Darlington Nwokocha, Premium Trust Bank, Jimmy Odimayo, Wale Akintanewa, Ayotunde and Chinelo Bali Foundation, Ondo State Ministry of Youth and Sports, Fowoso, Ondo State Internal Revenue Service, Olayato Aribo, Ondo State Ministry of Energy, Honorable Mayowa Akinfolarin, Princess Oladuni Odu, Adegbomire Adeniyi SAN, Chief Charles Basharun JP, Rex Forestry, Akinwande Akinduro, BAF, OSA GBV, Fab Construction, Bello Olufemi, Mary Bello, Algon, Chief Adetunji Adeleye, Fagbemi Lola, Farano Olamide, Oshadahun Juliana, Kolawole Amechi, Amidu Fridaus, Honorable Dele, all of these men, women, and organizations who are supporting the Bemore project.
The girls, I think you can do much more better by clapping for all our sponsors, because a tree can never make a forest. Arabiri, our grandma, cannot do it alone. So we have to appreciate everyone that has supported the Bemore project. Come on, let's give it up for all the sponsors. Bemore! 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 Thank you very much. We are going straight to the good messages, and we'd like to appeal that we'll take each for 2 minutes. And I'll be inviting to the microphone Ayotunde and Chinelo Balu Foundation for their good message. A big round of applause, girls, to one of our sponsors.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Ondo State, Mr. Oluwarotimi Akeredolu. Your Excellency, the First Lady of Ondo State, Chief Mrs. Betty Akeredolu, Adorere One of Imo State, the visionary of the Bemore initiative, distinguished guests, the amazing Bemore girls, ladies and gentlemen. Permit me to say, girls, Bemore girls. There are great expectations of you. You have a responsibility to excel. Girls, grab the bull by its horn. You can attain heights you set your mind to. You have all come from different walks of life, but you can be anything you want to be. You have been awarded a ready pen, and you can start writing your story now, today. It starts in your mind. Be ready to make decisions that will propel you forward. Like the pastor advised yesterday, your education, learning, and acquiring knowledge should be your focus at this stage in your life. Right now, decide to stay focused on that. You have a responsibility to keep the fire burning and to keep the vision alive. Grandma refers to you as a breed without greed. Grandma has demonstrated belief in your capacity by offering you such an enriching experience. Now you must believe in yourself and show the world your greatness. Bemore girls, prove to yourself, prove to the world that you are more. I wish you all the best as you take bold steps into your future. Thank you, everybody. God bless you all.
Thank you very much. Mrs. Ayotunde and Chinelo Balu Foundation. She came all the way from Obodo, Yuboland. Come and give her a big round of applause. She's an international, and she's one of our sponsors. Girls, you can do better. Come on, clap for one of our sponsors as she goes back to her seat. Keep clapping until she gets back. Keep clapping. So you have to inspire. You can see a lady, a woman like you. Keep clapping, girls. Keep clapping, girls. City by Mr. DJ, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. DJ. Thank you. While we continue with the good messages, we'll see some paintings down there. It will amaze you that the girls made those paintings. And I'll hand over the microphone to Uncle Sam to tell us more about those paintings.
All right, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Bemore! 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 If you take a look at the artworks downstage here, you can see very lovely artworks. Please clap for our girls. I have to let you know that many of these girls have never done anything like this in their lives before. Please clap for them once again. And within a space of 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, they were able to draw grandma. This is paperwork. This is pencil work. Please clap for them again. Grandma will always tell us, when you see talent, encourage talent. When you see something nice, encourage good works. And now, as it is our tradition in Bemore, we try as much as possible to encourage our girls. If you were at the opening ceremony for this year's summer boot camp, our girl drew the Oba. An Oba that came, oh, it was splendid. And today, you can see a replica of so many things that have been taught on camp. We have baskets here. The baskets here are not for fun. The baskets here, we will use it to vote for the best artwork for today. All of them are nice, aren't they? Yes. But like in animal farm, all animals are equal. But some are more what? Equal than the others. So, we'll be the ones to say, this is the one that is the best out of them all. From the paperwork and the pencil work. There are two categories. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in order for you to vote, we will be giving out tickets. You will buy the tickets. They will be on sale any moment from now. Very affordable, very, very affordable. Very, very affordable. We want tickets for 200,000. Just support, you know, and you can book that. You will always support us. Please, children, clap for our parents. Be more! Be more! Be more! Thank you in anticipation. We'll be right back.
Thank you very much, Uncle Sam. Girls, let's clap for Uncle Sam. I tell you, it's amazing to see girls doing this in less than 2 weeks. I'll be inviting for another 2 minutes good message. Amai Koma. Please come forward, you represent.
Like a mighty flow, but you turn around and said that you love me so. How could I let you go? Oh no, 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 no. Sorry, I'll make you cry. Let's talk about.
Good afternoon, Her Excellency, First Lady of our Sunshine State, Chief Mrs. Betty Anyaro Akeredolu Arabirin, Deputy Governor, His Excellency, our own son, Chief Lucky Orimison Ayedatiwa, the chairman of today, Barrister Chief Bemore Ibrahim Araba, Chief His Excellency, the Senator, distinguished Senator. Once a Senator, it's always a Senator. Mamura, you are highly welcome for identifying with our mother. We are here on behalf of Amakoma. A lot of people protocol. Amakoma is the amalgamation of oil there in Ugbo, coastal area of Ondo State. It is accorded recognition as an oil producing state because of the discovery of oil in Ugbo Kingdom, of the opportunity given to me by His Excellency Chief Arakunrin Odunayo Akeredolu, based on the recommendation provided at the level of Ugbo Kingdom by His Imperial Majesty Oba Akinruntan Olugbo, the Okoroajiga one of Ugbo Kingdom. And that really enjoys the support of our only son, His Excellency Lucky Ayedatiwa. With this opportunity, I have the privilege to serve in that capacity as the chairman of Amakoma. And I'm happy on behalf of the committee of Amakoma to identify with this laudable program that our mother, Chief Betty Anyaru, the Adawere one of Owerri, has given birth to in this Ondo State of our. See, a lot has been said about this program. This program borders on girls. My former predecessor, Barrister Taiwo Risabino, started it, and as I assume Her Excellency Chief Betty Anyaru Akeredolu, the Adawere one, our own mama. I watched that program with passion, and I assure her that we are going to start from what Taye has done, and more importantly, we will try out nationals. Chevron was very reluctant initially to approve this amount of money. We requested for these sponsors because we try to do a packaging. What we are operating is like a board. You have a budget. You take the budget to the board. The board will look at it. You give justification why money should be approved. It's no longer business as usual, wherein somebody dip hand into the pocket of the community to spend money anyhow. Now, we finally got this. Fortunately, one day, Mama sent a message to me in the night. As she sent this message, I received it on this Bemore, and I forwarded. I said, this message comes directly from the wife of His Excellency. He said, that is fantastic. It was on this premise Chevron graciously approved. But for what we are doing here today, we have the NGO representing Chevron, who is going to report this back home to them. That this was critically in the course of giving her speech. He said, after the tenure of her husband here in Ondo State, hope this program will not be a thing of the past that we are going to jettison. I want to key into the program or the speech of the chairman of today's occasion, Chief Bemore Ibrahim Araba. He has promised he's going to lay a foundation, and on our own, the sustainability, we are going to have a kind of step-down program at the local level, the world level, to ensure that some of these our graduates that has acquired this knowledge, skill here today, will surely be encouraged, and we will do everything humanly possible to ensure that the next budget is going to be bigger than what we see today. Thanks. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman of Micro. Thank you so much. Your hands, girls. The girls have been sick. I appreciate you. Your hands, your hands. Thank you, Mr. DJ. Thank you, Mr. DJ. Bemore. 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 I'd like to passionately appeal to other guests that will give us good messages to please rest on existing protocols, please, so that we can save time. I've invited to the microphone the Ondo State Ministry of Energy, Mines and Steel for their good message. 2 minutes, please, on existing protocols. The representative, please. All right, thank you. Mr. DJ, thank you. Ondo State Ministry of Youth and Sports, Mr. DJ. Ondo State Ministry of Youth and Sport. Is the Honorable Commissioner still around? Honorable Commissioner is still. Thank you. Ondo State Ministry of Education. Okay. Right, the Permanent Secretary is here. Girls, let's keep clapping for Mrs. Amda as she comes forward representing the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology. Your hands, girls. By ever supportive Deputy Governor, our mother, Your Excellency, the First Lady of our dear state, please permit me to rest on the already well-established protocols. I bring warm greetings from the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Pastor Olufemi Agagu, FNIVS, who would have loved to be here today, but because of other equally important engagements, he directed me to represent him. The vision of Bemore initiative aimed at providing our young girls the future they truly deserve, regardless of their social, cultural background and religious affiliation, is highly, highly commendable. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm particularly grateful to Almighty God for making this day a reality and for giving a goal-getter, woman of substance, and a pride of motherhood. Your Excellency, Ma, without any reservation, I wish to appreciate your passionate drive for training indigent girls from schools in the remote communities in information communication technology, solar technology, and other life-enhancing skills through the Bemore initiative. Without mincing words, the selfless efforts of our digital mama, Bemore Mama, in our dear Sunshine State have no doubt resuscitated the hopes and aspirations of so many young girls. There is no gainsaying the fact that exposing our young girls to ventures that will give them financial liberty will help to a large extent in breaking the vicious circle of poverty in our society. It is most significant to state at this juncture that the future of a girl child is secured when she is well educated and has a promising financial independence. She takes charge of her destiny and, of course, refuses to compromise the ideals of a young woman. Challenges such as depression, anxiety, withdrawal from school, either as a result of inability to pay school fees or unwanted pregnancy due to financial stress, almost becomes surmountable when there is a means of survival. It is widely believed that technology plays a fundamental role in wealth creation, quality of life, medical progress, real economy in society. Likewise, educating a girl child translates to increase in country's productivity, economic growth, better health for the future generation, and better national development. Consequently, the huge investment of on the education of a girl child is broadly targeted at developing Ondo State and the country at large. The numbers of girls trained on Bemore platform will totally change these misty narratives about a girl child in no distant time. To our young girls who have benefited immensely in achieving life, you are now a light and a navigator to every young girl out there, especially those around you. Let me, at this juncture, thank our amiable governor, Governor Arakunrin Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, for supporting this program wholeheartedly since its inception. We sincerely appreciate Mr. Governor for his devotion in transforming the education sector. My special thanks once again goes to Her Excellency for supporting and complementing the efforts of Mr. Governor in the education sector. Thank you, Ma, for contributing your quota to further improve the quality of education in our dear state. Thank you, Ma, for giving sacrificially to the benefit of mankind, particularly the less privileged. Thank you for being an advocate for a girl child. Thank you of Ondo State, and in particular our children. And to every respected
I bring the greetings of the chairman unavoidably absent today. He would have loved to be here, but again he had an urgent assignment he has to travel. So he has asked me to represent him. I asked my chairman, sir, what do I say about the Google message today? And he says that I'm the accounting officer, and I should just do the appropriate thing as the accounting officer. Osopadek is an interventionist agency, and one of our mandates of the commission in the oil producing areas is basically human capacity development. And we have it in our programs in the commission about the development of the youth and about the development of the girls and the women. In our programs, for several years we have had training, in terms of empowerment and in terms of skill acquisition for youth. However, in 2017, when this new administration came in, we had this program that came in, and we are looking at what to do. And I'm happy that my former chairman is here, and Arabiri separately had mentioned that we are keying into this Bemore program, and from the response and what we are getting and the feedback from the mandate area, this has become a star program in the Osopadek that we are not going to leave again. So we want to say a big appreciation to Mama Bemore, Mama Digital, who has provided this. Like Arabiri has always mentioned, this is a program that in future we're going to see the impact in Ondo State. And we are very proud that in Nigeria and SLO we be women is to train these girls. And we are very that the future is very bright for Ilaje and SLO. So Mama Bemore, around the Arabiri, we want to assure you that this program is a continuous program in Osopadek. And I also want to make it clear to people, because you are going to help us thank Mr. Governor. Arabiri has mentioned it, that without Mr. Governor, this program it's not going to be possible. But most especially, we want to ask you to help us thank Mr. Governor. Mr. Governor is the coordinator of our commission. Without his approval, we can't get this. However, like the chairman of the occasion has mentioned, when it comes to money, Mr. Governor for approval. And I have no chairman, and I was saddled as the accounting officer to carry the fight to Mr. Governor. And I was very confident that because this is the first 5 words, no problem. This 5 was the one I was very sure about. That is the one for Bemore. When Mr. Governor opened the file, he looked at it. He said, Dr. Koledoyi, I said, sir. He said, what is this? I said, it's for Bemore. He looked at it. These programs are...
It's one of the programs, our target programs that we must do. He said, put the file aside. I said, Oga, and I started pleading. And then he now asked me that I should tell him, what is the reason why he has to sign this file. And then I started telling him. But I think what catched him most was the fact that I told him, I said, the next edition, even the next edition, people have already subscribed for it. And this is the edition that is here today. I said they already subscribed for it. Then, in the characteristics of Arakuri, he looked at me. He said, well, and and that was it. And I got the approval, I got it signed. So, we are so happy about this program in the commission because, like I said, it has been one of our start programs. And we want to say a very big thank you to the governor who has, always supported us, especially in our developmental programs as it relates to the youth, women, and anything that relates to human capacity development is always on top for Mr. Governor to sign that for us. So we want to say a very big thank you. And to the graduates today, especially for the ones for Ilaje and Eseodo, and generally for all of you. I want to tell you this is a very rare opportunity that you are having. And like your predecessors have been a very good ambassador, we are also asking you that you should be a good ambassador, to Ilaje and Eseodo. And we know that from what has been impacted on you, we know the sky is just the beginning for all of you. Once again, we want to thank Arabirin for this great initiative. I want to assure you of our constant support for this program. Thank you very much, Dr. Victor Koledoye. Big round of applause, girls, to the Secretary of the Sopadec for always being there for Bemore and the girls in the local government. Your hands, girls.
The way you hold that thing, me wanna hold that thing. Baby, let me take a look. Oh Lord, me want all the girls in the whole world. I know what I'm doing is so wrong. But since no I can focus, we definitely don't give a fuck. And she said, she wanna get a drink.
Thank you. His Excellency, Our Excellency, the chairman of today's occasion, will have the Bemore girls to come out and display. I've also learned in the course on breast health talk. Over to you, girls. Let's go, girls. Bemore girls. Let's go. Smile. Benjamin, smile, please. Where's Benjamin? Smile. Smile, Benjamin. Okay. Stay down there. Please, let's keep voting. We can start dropping the tickets. Are we ready, girls? Yes, voting has actually commenced. Let's keep voting. The girls, please come up here. Benjamin Smile will lead the girls on Bemore Health. Your hands, girls, don't get tired. Your hands. Girls, Bemore, don't sleep. Your hands, your hands, your hands. If you want more tickets for the girls. Alright, so
about breast cancer. I have.
My name is Adeni Joy. Benjamin Smile.
Thank you. Please listen attentively to them. Thank you.
My name is Adeni Joy from SDG 6.
Music, please. It's ongoing. So when the voting stops, the girls will do a brief talk for us on how to do self-breast examination. Thank you very much, mommies and daddies, for voting. The ticket is just 200 naira. You can still buy more. You can buy more. All right, Mr. DJ, thank you. Bring it down.
My name is Adeni Joy from SDG 6. I am an advocate of breast cancer. I have been trained to create awareness and to enlighten people about breast cancer. I'm not here to scare or frighten anyone, but to let everyone have the knowledge of this trendy scourge called breast cancer. How to be breast aware. For those that are still menstruating 2 to 5 days, what breast, nipple discharge, lumps or any thickness in the breast, changes in the skin and size of the breast. Thanks.
Now, how to examine the breast. Stand in front of a mirror. Remove your clothes. Place your left hand on your head and use your 3 middle fingers and it goes from outside the breast to the nipple. Cover any changes. Nevertheless, breast cancer doesn't kill what people think. One is at the safer side when it be detected earlier before it gets to an advanced stage where it becomes incurable, and that is why we say early detection save life. Break and giving hope, saving life. Break and giving hope, saving life. Thanks. Once again, my name is Benjamin Smile.
My name is Adeli Joy. Thanks.
Now we want to have the second dance. Second dance is the fun way of checking our breast on a monthly basis. So we have our girls here who want to teach us how we can check our breast on a monthly basis. In a fun-filled way. Please come on.
Yo!
Mr. DJ second. The art teachers, while the girls are getting set for the dance presentation, the art teachers should please step forward. We want to go for the dance presentation. The art teachers should come out, please, so that we can start the counting.
I do my voice on this bit.
Okay, yes. Please, if you still have the tickets, you can come out and vote again. And if you want to buy again, it's just 200 naira a token. So that the art teacher will come and just say one or two things before we start counting. I hope the girls are getting ready for their dance presentation and music presentation. They have lovely costume. If you still want to buy the tickets, it's just 200 naira, please. You can buy. If you want to vote, you still have the privilege to do so now, please. While we wait for the girls. Where are the Bemore artists? The girls, where are they? Please let them come forward, one after the other. When you come forward, you... briefly about this artwork.
Your Excellency, sir, the Deputy Governor of the state, Loki Ali Datiwasa. My name is Agmoloko Folorusho, and I'm the art instructor on the drawing at pencil. I take them during the Bemore camp. This is a pencil work. The medium, they use the charcoal pencils, the graphite pencils to create the outlines, while they use the charcoal powders, the charcoal pencils to shade the portrait, buildings, and all the net. And the guests really performed, and they really did well, listening to the instruction being given to them during the camp. And I really appreciate Arabin for this wonderful opportunity given to me and the girls. And I really appreciate it, ma. Thank you very much, ma.
Pick your work. bring your friend beside you. Okay, don't add this so that we can know the basket. Excuse me. Wait, you know to excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. No, don't do that. Don't change it. Don't change it. I'm coming. Your friend is going to hold your basket for you. Identify them. Where's your own face? You don't know your face. So you have to stand. So, where's your own face? Identify them. Come. You are stay beside them. When they are counting, stay beside your friends. First for the basket. Go to the stage, the dancers. All right, we want to start counting from the first artist here. It's a democracy and it's open. We'll give her the microphone to tell us her name.
My name is Oladu Omowumi from Ilajalo.
Oladuni Omowumi, STG 15. Oladun Omowumi. Let's start counting, please. Please show everyone so that they will see that it's empty. Please let everybody see. Step forward there a little. Okay, good. The basket is empty. Please, let's count together. 1. Girls, count with me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Please, a big round of applause. Stay beside her. Tell us your name.
My name is Esho Olamide and I'm in SDG 8. Esho Olamide.
Esho Olamide. SDG 8. Please. Please look at the basket. It's empty. Hold it, friend. Come step forward, please. Please, let's count together, girls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're not counting with me, girls. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Be more girls, don't sleep. 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, 130, 131, 132, 133, and 134.
My name is Kakopo Izoluashun. I'm from SDC, Lajo local government.
Did you get the name? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 3, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 80.
My name is Oguntego Omotola. I'm from SDG 15. Oguntego Omotola. Oguntego Omotola. Oguntego. SDG 15.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
I'm from SDG 1. I'm from Lelujoke, local government. My name is Komolafe Nyoluwa Belte.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.